Today I'm digging into a new book that should shake the Justice Department to its core. It's called Injustice by Carol Leoning and Aaron Davis, two of the most respected investigative reporters in the country. They spent years talking to people inside DOJ, reading internal documents, and piecing together what really happened during Trump's first term. And what they uncovered is a portrait of a justice system bent, pushed, and pressured until it almost snapped. And the part that should scare every American is what happened when investigators try to follow the trail. I'm Michael Fanone, and this is The Michael Fanone Show. So let me walk you through a few of the most alarming things the book lays out, because the pattern here matters. First, Leoning and Davis described senior FBI officials so rattled from the fallout of the Russia investigation that they were afraid to even open politically sensitive cases. Some career agents told them they were stepping over bodies from the last investigation, meaning the political fallout was so intense they were scared to do their jobs. Second, the authors detail how DOJ leadership in Trump's orbit slow-walked early investigations into the fake elector scheme. A National Archives investigator flagged those documents in December of 2020 and pushed the DOJ to act. The response she got was basically, "We're not going to look into it." The decision changed the course of accountability in this country. And third, they reveal internal dissent so strong that a federal judge told one of Trump's acting U.S. attorneys he could no longer support him after DOJ intervened in cases involving Trump allies. A federal judge telling a prosecutor he crossed a line. That practically never happens. All of this paints a picture of a Justice Department that wasn't just under pressure. It was rearranged to protect the political needs of one man. And that brings me to the most explosive piece of reporting in this entire book. One of the most serious investigations described in Injustice is one almost no one outside of DOJ ever heard of. According to the reporting, the FBI and DOJ opened an investigation into a massive and suspicious cash withdrawal from a state-run Egyptian bank. Nearly 10 million in US $100 bills, physical cash, taken out in two huge bags weighing about 200 pounds. US intelligence linked the account to Egypt's intelligence service, and an informant told officials the money was intended to help Donald Trump during the final stretch of his 2016 campaign.
A friend of mine is a very powerful leader, and my friend is right here, the president, also the general, but they don't have crime. I ask about crime, and they almost don't even know what I'm talking about. So it's a great tribute to this man. He's done a fantastic job in bringing this country together.
But let me be clear, because accuracy matters. There's no public evidence proving the cash reached Trump's campaign. That part has never been proven. But investigators believed it was serious enough to follow the money, interview witnesses, and brief senior DOJ leadership. And that's where things took a turn. The book reports that in one of those briefings, a senior Trump-era DOJ official asked, "Who outside this room knows about this?" Not what evidence do you have, not how do we trace this, and not what's our next step. The case was quietly closed soon after. Not because the answers were found, but because the search for them stopped. As someone who spent almost 2 decades in law enforcement, this is the part that hits hardest. When the people in power get to decide which investigations live and which ones die, the country stops being protected. This shouldn't be a partisan issue. It's a rule of law issue. If there's even a chance that a foreign government tried to secretly influence an American election, the investigation doesn't get smaller, it gets bigger. But in Trump's DOJ, this case got buried. And that's the real danger the book exposes. Not just the allegations themselves, but the willingness of leaders to look away when the truth becomes inconvenient. Investigators tried to run this down. They weren't allowed to finish. And when you stop the pursuit of answers, you leave the American people in the dark. That's not justice. That's not how this country is supposed to work. And that's why this book matters, because it shows exactly how close we came to losing the one institution meant to protect everyone equally. You know, my dad's a cancer survivor. He takes a lot of medications. And the only reason costs have stayed manageable is because he's on my stepmother's employer insurance plan. And she's even put off retiring because the moment they switched to Medicare, the cost could skyrocket. That's why we turned to Chapter. In under 20 minutes, they compared every single plan and showed us a path to where my dad's drug costs could drop by thousands of dollars a month. It gave my stepmother the peace of mind to finally think about retiring, without worrying they'd lose the coverage he needs. The truth is, millions of seniors are on the wrong Medicare plan and don't even know it. Chapter makes it simple. They'll search every option, save people an average of $1,100 a year, and if you're already in the right plan, they'll tell you. It's free, it's fast, and for families like mine, it's a game changer. Call the number below to see if Chapter can do the same for you. That's 845-440-1568. Again, that number is 845-440-1568.